I
Take
can't-
three,
I
tick.
can't- I can't make it. What I can do. Hello, everybody. I'm Pablo Cortés Sebastian Ruiz. We are performers. Maybe we are performers. Yes.
You will be performing at the Fringe Festival.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that when you said, okay, say hello to the camera, we had to do like a kind of like a yoo-hoo, hey there. I'm terrible at that, so sorry for ruining the party. But yes.
I'm guessing you're the type of person who always is the party.
But not the best host. Yeah.
Well,
That's the thing. That's the thing. I create the party and then I leave. Yes. So as my this is a very special occasion because my friend here, colleague Pablo, has traveled from Barcelona to work in this piece in particular. And I'm established here in Sweden. I'm a performer, choreographer, and a dance teacher, among other things. I'm also a yoga instructor. But I've been here in Sweden for 5 years, creating different works with dance and dance interventions in the street, community dance, pieces with my partner in more traditional venues. This time and this occasion we are performing in this amazing place. We are right above Kulturtemplet, which is an old bunker. It's an old water reservoir that has been abandoned for many years in the city of Gothenburg in an area called Majorna. And for the last 4 years this place has been used for concerts, performance, different cultural events, and we're trying to make the municipality, the community, to keep this place for culture. And it's been a hell of a journey. I mean, it's been good, but also with, like the bureaucratic. So it's very good that the Fringe Festival, this is very important that the Fringe Festival has included us again for the 3rd consecutive year. I've been participating, and it's a pleasure and an honor. And also very special that I have my collaborator here joining forces for this special event.
What is this special event? Do you know? What? I was in an evil laugh. What?
What is it?
This
What are you
piece was born when we met here in Gothenburg. And it was very special because we have a lot of visions of what we want to do, like a performance, and we had the same visions. And when we met, we talk about it, and we decide to do it together,
You know what? Excuse me. I'm just going to do this, and then I'll talk really, really loud.
All right. Okay.
Right, so I'll put it there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
So,
Yeah.
so you two move it,
Okay.
and I'll talk really loud.
Oh.
Hello. Hi. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
We could let's start saying that this is a result of it's not a finished result, it's not a finished product. It's definitely research that we're doing. We both come from the dance field, from a traditional dance education, but our interests have changed very much.
We studied psychology first.
We both
before
studied
we met.
psychology
Yes,
before that,
before
so
dance too, yeah.
there is a kind of a lot of that world included in what we're doing. I would say that this is not the traditional dance performance. We're not showing a dance as a what we were talking today, like this, we're not showing the technical dance in during 1 hour where the performer is dancing and the only thing that there is the dance language. Nothing against that, but we have decided to shift the view to the what is behind and what is like.
We're going to this reflection of what is art, what is dance, with the decolonial view, you know, like what is this power that is behind that, you know?
I think that the question for you, like, it's been interesting. We like, for you maybe it's the question like, what is dance? For me it has been, what is we're doing? Like, what is it we're doing when we're performing? Are we entertaining? Are we opening dimensions? Are we just proposing a certain way to view? Are we sensibilizing people? We don't need to answer this, and we're not interested in answering these questions in this performance. We just have these questions and we carry them with us. But we are definitely shaking our own ground as thinkers, creators, performers. You said something very interesting. I mean, this is what we've been talking. What you have been talking mostly about saturation on the art field, like
the capitalism in the art too, and in the world, you know, and how capitalism affect our sense, you know, and our view. Most, you know.
Yeah, and also as performers, you know, we as artists, we tend to think ourselves as little apart from the system, but in the end we are reproducing ourselves on this need and urge to produce and to be creative and to be there, and you know, and we get burnt out, and we get so, and you know, it is what it is. We live here. And we have to, and we want our art to survive, and we do want to, you know, bring art to people and live ourselves as performers, of course, because we see a value and a magic in that. So in this occasion we have thought, or maybe not thought. We have yeah. It's been a very intuitive work.
Hacking our brains, hacking our bodies, you know, to use our mind, our neocortex, you know, to produce a piece, you know. We are trying all time. We try to be in the trying all time, in the attempt all time to not to do something that we are thinking about, or we are very sure, you know, to be in the subconsciousness, you know,
in the error,
in the error,
and the dark side.
Yes.
I mean, it's interesting because I mean, this encounter of planets is.
Have you got your own solar systems?
Yeah. Well, my friend here is an astrologer, astrologist.
Astrologer. No, astrologer. Yes.
Yeah.
Astrologer. Yes.
So that has also been a part of our research. Well, you carry a lot of that knowledge. I don't have it, but it's been interesting to go through that. I myself, as a dancer, you know, you also know, like as an physical actor, you know, you have ideas, you try them, you create, you film, you write, and boom, you know, like, and as a dancer, you know, you fix your choreographies, and you have something, and you remember them, and you record them, and you have. But this has been the other way around. We have like not taken that away. We haven't said no to anything, but we're working from what does this place tell us, more than what ideas I have in my head that shall we try it? You know, like, it's been a little bit the other way around. Exactly, going back a little bit to more the primogenic, the primitive feeling.
We are the bridge of something, you know. Like the body is a bridge, you know. And it's not we are the creator. No, we are not the creator. We are the bridge. Yes. So the space was the one of the first subjects to research, to be with the space and what the space wants to tell through us too, and with our memories too, and it's all very
all
chaotic.
Experiences.
It's entered to that chaotic dimension, it's not linear, it's a lot of things, but we don't want to explain that, to be sure of that neither,
No, exactly.
It's only have this process, and we're going to see what happens, and it's our first
attempt.
yes, it's our first attempt here. We are going to repeat this, we don't know how much time, maybe some years, to make maybe a piece, so
this is what you'll leave behind.
Yeah. So that. Yeah.
I find what you're saying is very fascinating, because I often find that a creative process is this putting on display this shattered mirror of the world, your life, your reality. It's that shattered, and once you've seen the different parts of the mirror, you see it in different angles. It's broken, it's half pictures, it's some colors are stronger, some colors are weaker than it would be normally, and then when you produce, that's when you turn the camera around, so to speak, and it's like, well, this is what I found. But are you sort of keeping the camera there in that sort of like bits and how am I explaining it? It's not very good.
But I think I understand, because it's I think what you mean, I'm going to maybe interpret this is what I received, that you're probably talking about exactly the view, the where is the view, where's the perspective. Is it the performer creating something about his view about the world and showing it to that world, and you have this relation, or is it the performer experiencing something right now and not representing it and showing it to the world, but being affected and being moved by that?
Yes.
So definitely we're not representing or translating something. So this is regarding the question that you did, like, what do you want to say with this play, or with this show? I mean, it's not even a show, like starting from there,
we're trying to not to decide a movement. We're trying to be moved for something, That's, I think.
I'm getting the chills. Come and see this show. Buy all the tickets. How many shows have you got?
I don't know.
5.
Buy all the tickets, but 2, 3 at a time.
So all our memories, our learnings in our life, where we could be in touch with with those dimensions, or where have been touched. They move it for something else, and not with our minds. So
sorry, hearing a dancer saying being moved in this conversation has so many more dimensions to it than what it normally has. So let me just take that in for a second. Getting moved by. Okay, yes, now here. It's like,
because
super cool.
you generally create movement because you have visions in your mind, and your ego is trying to go to that. Oh, is that image? It's definitely going to where it's going to be so cool. Nothing against that. I do that sometimes also, and then you do that. You're producing. You're reproducing. You're reproducing. But then being moved has got to do with opening your senses in a different way and working from a different place. So I've been sitting here in this place, which is totally dark, for a whole week, 1.5 hours every day almost, just sitting and just listening, instead of like trying to move and do things. So it's been like no, say no, and it's difficult. Because this
is fucking hard work.
And I guess you understand, because we want to move, we want to do stuff, we want to like. So
we want to be a part of something all the time. That is how we are created. The human race, we are built to be to react.
Yeah. But as performers, you know, we want to. I mean,
produce.
Thinking about this show, it was like I should be creating a sequence. I should be like, you know, like. But it was sit down, just sit down, just sit down. And, yeah.
We're trying to dislocation of our sense, you know. That's why we search in the void, be in the void, and we be in the saturation too, you know, to expand, you know.
Yeah, I've been trying to get to something similar in doing improv, and then I found contact improv. We were talking a little bit about that before. It is a very hard space to breathe in, and that's this at the same time the only thing you can do. Breathe with your skin. Wow, it's super fascinating. Okay, what I realise that this must be very difficult for you to answer now, but what would be your favourite part of this performance? I mean, I feel a bit worried asking the question almost. What?
Yeah, I mean,
what's your favourite part of it?
Getting in touch with the dark side, you know, and I don't mean the dark side. I mean what is behind, and what is that space that we don't usually see, that space that is not evident. And being able to go into that and allow myself to
be scared.
to be scared, and then realizing once you allowed yourself to be scared, you're not scared anymore because you're already in that place. So I guess that being alone, sitting here for 1 hour, it's been my favorite part. Because it has given me a lot.
You became friends with the darkness, or starting to.
That's the project too, you know. That's why the name of the performance, you know. And that's anima, and.
It's a play. So this can be maybe relevant for our friends. Our performance is called Animal, but we have separated anima from the L, because in Spanish anima would mean spirit or soul, and it's basically the animas are the ghosts or the spirits that are in transition to somewhere.
Animism.
Oh, you went poetic as well. Oh, I'm sold. You've got it all. I would have loved to be like a little fly, you know, during this whole process, because there is one, and you're allowing it to continue, which is fascinating. You go. I'm applauding this. Buy tickets.
If you dare.
It might open your mind. What is like the weirdest, funniest thing that's gone wrong in your careers? It can be like in the process of making something. Of course, it's welcome to be part of this as well. But have you got anything that went like everything went shit?
The worst thing in my path of art, like an artist.
Dancers, I mean, like you throw things around. I mean,
no, but I mean, there's always things that, you know, like that. There's a very big difference in working at the opera, where everything is set and everything. Even there are risks of accidents and mistakes and things that don't go okay. And I think as freelance dancers, we're always experiencing that.
Okay, it's a constant.
I mean, yeah, it's a life, you know, and. Especially when you're working, when it's a small group, like I work with my partner, and now I'm working with Pablo, you know, we're just two people. We're in charge in advertising, production, creation, you know, research, the whole thing. So of course it's a lot of balls in the air, you know, juggling sand.
You have to like balls.
Yeah. Shall I go there?
Yes.
And we like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not in on this? No.
So no, yeah. So fortunately, I mean, we are prepared, and it just creates an awareness, and you learn how to not get frustrated, and develop this capacity of solving in the minute. And we come from Chile, and work and art, scenic art in Chile is very like that, you know. It's very likely that somebody will break I mean, the floor is not good enough, there's an accident, the lights suddenly didn't work, the electricity went out, there's no water, we're dancing on a place where there's no
money
changing room. Sometimes you didn't get paid, and you know, like, I mean, there are many things that we have learned already how to, you know, cope with, and that creates a certain, you know, resistance and resilience, I would say, you know.
Yes. So I'll switch the question around. Was there one time where everything went super well? Can you? And you go quiet. You both take a deep breath.
Yeah. Yes.
Now.
Yeah. Well, now it's happening now.
Professionals now.
After 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happening now. I think I'm learning now to let go, actually. And this process has been also I would say probably the first or the main one when I've been like, yeah, I don't need things to go as we have planned. You know, like things will change. We still have 2 weeks of process where we're working here, and there's still a lot of things that, you know, like the tree.
I think when the thing going better when you believe that the art or the piece that you are making is alive, you know. It have life itself, you know, and we're trying to listen it, you know, and how it want to raised up and to show.
What would be your dream project?
My dream project is an artistic project that comes from, of course, the body, because that's what I do. I work with the body and movement, but a project that I can carry with me, feeling that it's alive and that is taking care of me also, that I'm not suffering for
the art.
Exactly.
Suffering for the art.
Yeah.
Like a mother.
Yeah. Yeah. And that could also be transferred to others. That whatever I am experiencing can be transferred to others. Of course, we will never know what the other person is thinking or feeling, but the magic of performance as a ritual, I mean, that's the magic, you know. We as performers, we are ritualizing all that has been lost, you know. Human beings used to gather and millions of years ago, and we used to dance together because there was a purpose for that. There was a purpose for connecting to nature, to relating to what is given to us, to the flesh, to the water that we carry on, and the life that we bring. And I think that that's my vision. I think that's what we share a little bit, that we want to without this having to be a ritual, but we want to bring the idea of ritualizing something in our lives because it makes sense to our understanding, which is not here in the head, but it's more in our understanding, our primitive understanding of life, of the world, of nature, the questions of why are we here, why do we do this, why is there a group of people in the world that dedicate themselves to create language, to say things in another way. Maybe we're trying to connect with the language of nature, and so that's why this instrument here is reminding us the heartbeat, because that is the main movement, that's the first movement of all, our heartbeat and breathing, as you said, so yep.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Me too. Me too. Okay, thank you.
Well, beautiful. Thank you so much for this. Looking very much forward to your performance. Buy tickets. Come here.
Animal.
Explore the confusion. Right. Do a little bit. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Whoop.